Hey, 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 it's Sarah Jane wishing you a happy 1st of May wherever you are. It is Beltane Day, and in South Africa, Workers' Day, which is quite an interesting contrast when Beltane really was the time when the feminine and the masculine came together in celebration of fertility and creativity and really diving into the rituals of growth and planting seeds and also harvest, the time of the great harvest. And in the north, spring is here. So if you are in the north, this is a time of getting all the things that you planted months or seasons ago and seeing that those little seeds of creativity pushing up out of the ground, which is not always easy, but it's just our natural urge to go toward the light. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, you're really celebrating spring and the abundance and the flowers and that nature really has come alive again after this time of rest where all the nutrients have gone into the roots, and it's a time of preservation and hibernation, which is what we're going into in the south, in South Africa. There's a crispness to the air. The leaves are changing color, and nature really shows us that there's never any lack. There's a time and a season for everything, and I think that we forget that. I have my flowers in my hair and they're falling off, but celebrating fertility and abundance and this place of intention and patience being our ultimate freedom, that we don't have to force and we don't have to push things into being before they're ready to come through, and that just as Beltane teaches us that we need the old trees in the forest to teach the saplings how to grow. Hello, Corleen. Hi, Rahana. Nice to see you here. So really, this isn't going to be a practice. I will probably still get in here later and do the boundaries lesson, the training that I promised you, but I wanted to just invite you in. I'm going to be doing this because it's my birth month, and in 28 days from now I would have been 365 days around the sun, and that is really something to celebrate. That despite what happened, despite the challenges, despite the difficulties, there's been a lot of joy and a lot to celebrate in my growing into who I came here to be, who me as that little pod in my mother's stomach that grew for 9 months before I pushed through, and she pushed through those labor pains to bring me into the world as joy, as love is coming up on the 28th of May. And I always do something. So last year some of you joined me for my 30-day self-love challenge, and I thought, what invitation can I be to give back in celebration? Your birth month too. Yeah, lots of May babies in my community. So what can we do together? And I'm going to be doing this, and you get to choose whether you want to join me or not. But I want to show up, and I don't know how that's going to look, but I want to get in here, and for the next 28 days, you know, that's the inch that I'm choosing. You did grow so much this year. So for the next 28 days, starting from today, celebrating the birth of a new season, our next expansion into growing toward the light and being more light. I'm going to be showing up here, and I'm going to do short ones. I promise they're going to be maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and every day I'm just going to show up in whatever wants to come through me, as I normally do. Hi, I don't know how to say your name. Is it Erin? Nice to see you. And I would love for you to join me in celebrating the growing pains together, in how we can all give more and gain more from the community and the tribe of this beautiful love warrior tribe that is in here, and what else is possible from that space. So I hope that you join me. Hello, Anjana. all you love warriors. So, I think really what I wanted to do is just look at your highest calling and stay with it and notice when fear comes up, because your mind's past story of how things should show up, so that you can stay with it and prove to it that it's wrong, and then tap more into that joy and that goodness of that old part of your story falling apart. That's the growth, right? And yes, your nervous system is going to associate a lot with the old stories. But you're going to feel really, really good, because we're breaking those old paradigms of the nervous system. And, I just want you to know that if we stay long enough with it, whatever comes up, whether you're doing a painting or you're writing a poem, to stay with it. It's just like even today, when I thought, am I crazy? I have a busy life and I have lots of things I'm creating and all this stuff that wants to come through me. Do I really need to go and invite people into another thing for another 28 days with me? Because I know the first day is fun. Second day, it's just like, oh, what am I doing? And we go through all these places in our mind where we think, oh crap, hello James, where we think we can't do it. And this is where, when you just stick through it, when you stay with it, even though you'd rather be somewhere else or be doing something else, or you're tired, or you just don't want to show up, and give yourself the patience by loving it into being, that you get to create another day. You get to say hello to the sun, and you get to rewrite and start all over again every single day. And that really is the death and the rebirth of everything. There's death happening all the time, and with every death there is an opportunity to rebirth into something greater than we were the day before, and give in a way that's bigger and more meaningful than we were the day before, and creating from that space. And I know, even when I do a juice fast, day one is always like, oh crap, I'm always already thinking about, oh shit, how am I going to get through 7 days? And then day two feels a little bit easier, and then day three, other things start to move out of place. And then day four, it's just like, I can do this. And you start expanding and expanding and expanding, and you start to write and create and dream from a different place when you just allow yourself to stay in the room and be patient. So that's really what I wanted to invite you into, as my giving back to you to celebrate my birthday in 28 days, and to go back to that nervous system stuff of everywhere where your mind is going to be looking for things that are going to prove to you that you're not safe, and you're going to create fear and panic and anxiety and everything else, rather than allowing your body to prove to you that you can stay in it and walk through it, and with a tribe of people that are wanting to do this with you. So that we really start to love whatever arises and whatever's going on. Bahaha, you're on day 3 of your juice fast. That's awesome. Yeah. So just know, the longer you stay with something, this is the rewiring that we do on the nervous system. And every day you get to expand and grow and be a different person. You're not the same person as you were yesterday. And you're not the same person that you were this time last year. And it really is what I want to do, is to really tap into more of the joy of how much we have grown and how much we have done to reach for more of the light and be more of the light and the inspiration for other people. And what if you just do whatever you want to do for the next 28 days? You don't necessarily have to do what I want to do, but what if you give yourself a neediness fast for the next 28 days, or you do a television fast, or you do whatever it is, that thing is that you don't want to do. And just allow yourself to be rewarded by being patient to grow into whatever it is, and have the intention. Just have the intention, inch by inch, even though you don't know what it's going to look like. Maybe you're going to do a control-less fast. That's a good one, and giving yourself the love to be patient enough to go and grow through it. Because if you have an intention and you don't step into it, you're going to be in chaos until you do. You're going to be in your hell, in your head. Your awareness is going to grow. You're going to feel that thing, and you're either going to want to stick with it or you don't. And if you don't, if you don't do whatever is aligned to your highest, greatest good, you're addicted to that thing. You're addicted to the control, and anything that's distracting you from that calling is a mental addiction. And you are going to go into that old mental limited story rather than going into the expansion of what you already are. You came in as love. So let's tap back into the love. So, I hope that you join me. State your 28-day fast that you're going to do. I'm going to do a love feast rather than a love fast. So I'm gonna really spend the next 28 days just giving you snippets like this of where I am in my 28-day fast or fest, right? And let's go there and celebrate that together. So I invite you to come join me. Because what if you doing that is going to be the catalyst or the bright spark for somebody else to step into their greatness and their ease and their effortlessness. And isn't that what it's all about, is to love whatever arises so that we get to be that tsunami of change for other people, to look at their greatest, highest potential that they came in. The acorn always knew it was an oak tree. It didn't sit there thinking, oh crap, this is too hard, I'm just going to stay under the ground. So how much more can we bring in the excitement, and how much more can we free other people by being that wise oak as well as the baby little acorn at the same time, and see the contrast of where am I afraid and just doing the thing anyway, and really feel into your heart and feel connected to nature, and how much more amazing things can happen if we just commit, right, the intention, and then have the patience to love that thing into existence, and do it one day at a time, and staying patient and just gaining the momentum to the highest intention of that thing that you're being called to. Whether that's going on a hike or running a marathon, or maybe going to gym every single day. And stop being scared, because you don't need to prove to your nervous system anymore that it's scary. Right? You just, nothing to prove, nothing to hide. So I'm excited to see where this goes, and I hope that you join me on this journey. So that's it. Happy Beltane Day. Celebrate the harvest, celebrate how things return to the earth so that new birth can grow, and celebrate your life. Just celebrate you as this beautiful love being, and know that I see you, and I love that you are here on the journey with me. And post your comments and questions below. Tell me what your next 28-day fast, one step at a time. Remember, inch by inch is a cinch, yard by yard is hard. And let's do this thing. Let's just tap into the potential that was there from the very first minute that you pushed your way out of the birth canal, and didn't stop because you had to go toward the light. Right? You can't hide anymore. Let's show up and let's play.